Block all my mods. Block everybody saying W Dean. Block them. Block them.
This video was screen recorded from Q-Top's live after he debated Dean went on a rant. He started getting very fallacious. I'm going to break down all the fallacies in this video, so buckle up. First, let's watch a clip of the conversation. Let's go.
I gotta go start my own live in like 2 minutes here.
Guys, we're gonna be nice to him. He is kind of running. He is kind of running, everyone, but it's okay. We got it there.
This seems very non-Christian to me. Dean politely told him that he only had 2 minutes before he was planning on starting the live. He accused him of running with the hasty generalization fallacy and just threw ad hominem attacks, insulting him over and over. Don't worry, you'll see him. That was his rant afterwards. Kind of funny and very contradictory that he said, I'll be nice to him, and then just kind of, went off. Christians, do you remember Jesus's quote saying, love thy neighbors as yourself, aka practice empathy? Before we go through the rant video and deconstruct it, I'm going to break down his entire argument into fallacy and deconstruct it. He will be contradicting either his belief or more internal morality. The objective truth claim that I'm proposing is that neurons are sentient. I disagree with that, just to be clear. Completely destructs his claim that states no sentient material thing can have a causal relationship that directly results in something immaterial. It's his claim that I disagree with. The claim that I am positing to oppose him is that neurons are a material, non-sentient thing. The interaction of many neurons results in a direct causal reaction, create an immaterial consciousness. To make things transparent, I will state the two definitions for sentience. First refers to sentience as the sentient state or quality, capacity for feelings or perceiving, or consciousness. Those are the attributes for sentience according to the first definition. Now let's go to the second one. The second definition for sentience is a lot simpler. It says that sentience is mere awareness or sensation that does not involve thought, or it says that sentience is mere awareness or sensation which does not involve thought processes. Essentially, that means if you went with the second form of sentience to try to disprove my claim, you would have a contradiction of your morality, because as a result of neurons being considered sentient, all single and multicelled organisms would then be considered sentient, including the millions and billions of single and multicellular microorganisms living on and in your body. You know that 1% of our body weight is bacteria, but all the microorganisms, we have a bunch. Does an organism being sentient mean that it inherently has a soul? Answer me that, please. Yes, then every cell in our body would be sentient, along with all the microorganisms living on or in it. As a result, the only thing that would be considered us is the immaterial consciousness developed by our now sentient neurons. Second contradiction this would entail in the morality of Christians on average would be based on the Christian and religious belief that animals were put here to feed and sustain us, nothing more, and that they are considered lesser beings, which is the cognitive bias of speciesism, but we won't get into that, okay? But if they are sentient, all of the organisms we eat, and they inherently have a soul, then is it moral or ethical to consume them for food? That's basically the deconstruction of his entire claim. It wasn't very hard. Let's look at his ranting videos and break down his fallacious reasoning.
He is absurd. He is disgusting.
Two statements are considered direct ad hominem fallacies, where instead of attacking a point of contention or disagreement in a statement, you attack an attribute of the arguer. An ad hominem fallacy is used in reassurance of a claim, often goes hand in hand with the blind spot bias. It occurs primarily to people who understand logical fallacies, being overconfident and thinking they can't do logical fallacies, thus committing them through the blind spot bias and whatever else they do. Let's pick out the fallacies in the next clip, shall we?
I pray that one day Dean will open up his illogical, absurd brain and come to the Lord Jesus Christ.
The second part of this statement is the fallacious one, and it utilizes two fallacies that work in tangent with each other. The statement says, I pray that Dean one day will open up his illogical, absurd brain and come to the Lord Jesus. Actually, two logical fallacies hidden in this statement. I'll let you know what they are, but guess what it is in comments. It's the ad hominem fallacy, then another form of it called the fallacy, where you dismiss someone because of the use of a fallacy or perceived use of a fallacy. I don't actually think Dane did a fallacy. This is just Q-Top's fallacy at work to dismiss any evidence against him and reinforce his with illogical thought process.
Block them. Yeah, see, I go, block them. Anybody saying any hate, anybody saying W. Dean with his nonsense, his fallacious bullshit, block them.
Yet another example of Q-Top accusing Dean of performing confirmation bias and using logical fallacies. Q-Top's entire argument was based in logical fallacy. Short clips and we're done. You got this.
I refuted him. That was obliterating.
Hey Q-Top, are you still feeling that you refuted him and obliterated him? Video.
We exposed Dean.
Q-Top, you claimed fallacy, and now I broke down your fallacy. So, be careful next time you try that. I have 2 more clips of him ranting, angrily, full fallacy. If anyone wants to see this, I can upload them in a few days. Hit 1, and follow for more deconstruction content.